Skywalker14 is a creator I've paid attention to for a while, and ever since I first discovered him, I've been incredibly impressed with his ability to make stunning levels extremely quickly, and because of that, he's pretty easily become one of my favorite creators of all time, and so I decided to beat all of his rated levels and make a video about it. I'm also going to be providing my opinion on each level, since I think it would be a bit boring if I just showed you all of the completions without adding anything to them. So starting off, I'm going to be talking about Ascending because it's the very first level I ever saw from Skywalker14. It's one of his older levels, and it's very apparent because there isn't really any cohesion or theme of any sort, and the general quality of it is just a bit worse than his recent levels. It's not bad by any means, and I actually like 35% and onwards because I think it matches the general fast-paced nature of the song. Overall, it's definitely a very solid level deco-wise. I just don't think it matches up to the same quality of his newer levels. As for gameplay, it was a bit unbalanced, and the first half was definitely a bit harder than the second half, but other than that, it was generally fun to play. So while Ascending was the first level I ever saw from Skywalker, Loving You Is Wrong is the first one that I actually beat, and therefore I can vouch for the fact that it is very fun to play. Pretty well balanced, it's well synced, and for the most part it has good gameplay. I say for the most part because some transitions are a bit unsight readable, and some of the effects require you to memorize the gameplay, but other than that, it's definitely solid gameplay wise. As for decoration, it's definitely quite a bit better than Ascending. The color scheme is white and orange, which fits the song's album cover, which is actually a pretty cool detail that I haven't seen that often. But the best part of the level is undeniably the effects. The effects make it seem as if the level is being built as you go through it, and then at the very end it almost feels as if it's being disintegrated back into thin air. So next level I'm going to be talking about is Zodiac Shift, which at the time of writing the script is his most recent rated level. And as you would expect, it is one of, if not the best level that he has made so far. Gameplay wise, it felt much more balanced than most of his other levels, and it also felt a lot more fair. The decoration in this level is just unlike anything else I've ever seen. Decoration is inspired by Chinese art, and it is just absolutely stunning. My personal favorite part of the level is 57 to 80 because I just feel like everything works together really well to create just an amazing atmosphere. I Never Dream is another one of Sky's art-based levels, but instead it has more of a nature theme. I wouldn't consider it as good as Zodiac Shift, mainly because the first and last parts feel a bit disconnected from the rest of the level, but in reality that's a pretty small thing and it's still an incredible level. My personal favorite part of the level is 45 to 75% because the atmosphere in the part is just one of the best I've ever seen in any level. Whenever I went through the part while I was playing the level, I just had the feeling of being up in the clouds, and only few levels can generate such a feeling for me. Power of Love is Skywalker's only rated mega collab, and in my opinion it's his worst rated level. The level consists of a mainly pink color scheme and is love themed. I assume the whole point of it is that each creator gets their own interpretation of the theme, but it overall just results in some really weird transitions. However, I personally think that most of the parts look great individually. Overall, the level is just fairly average to me.
Nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this nation with the power of love. We must shock this
In Mcdonalds is probably Skywalker's most atmospheric level, and it is definitely one of my personal favorites from Skywalker. The whole concept of the level is that it's trying to present childhood memories of the past, but it shows it in a way that makes it feel as if it's all fading away from you. If you pair this with the song, which I assume also has a similar meaning, you get one of the most unique experiences in Geometry Dash. There's a lot more to be said about the level, but since I'm not nearly smart enough to dissect it all, I will leave effects analysis of the level in the description.
that once upon a time it was you I know.
Blue Calx is Skywalker's first rated level. It's another atmospheric level like in Mcdonalds, except it just isn't as good. It's still a really solid level, but obviously your first level isn't going to be as good as the ones you make down the road. But there aren't many things I think that Blue Calx could improve on. My main complaint of the level is that the parts drag on for quite a while with basically no variation. Other than that, the level still has an amazing atmosphere and is overall a really great level. And finally, last but definitely not least, we reach Empty Disco. Empty Disco is a fairly simplistic level compared to Sky's other work. As the name suggests, the level is disco themed and it mainly relies on the background to convey the theme, and you aren't really meant to focus on the block designs of the level. One really cool detail that I like about the level is when the song becomes muffled, the deco also distorts in order to fit it, which is a really cool addition. There's not much else I can say about the level, it's just really good. All of the levels that we have talked about today prove that Skywalker is not only just a great creator, but is one who is willing to distance himself from other creators to make an experience that is truly special. And with all of this, I can't wait to see what projects he has in store for the future.